Good evening, Manjet. At least it's evening right now. I'm making a video, a brief instructional video to show you how to use Zoom, and I hope that all of this sort of uh, maps onto what you're doing with your scenario as well. So right now, you should just see my screen here, and I'm gonna go log in with Google, and I'm just gonna log in here to Zoom. You can go into Zoom in any way, and I am going to enter my email address. And in this case, so I'm just going to enter my email address here as bwilliams2@gmail.com, and my password there, and then sign in. And oops, I forgot that in order to do that, you need to also to sign in with Google. So that's what I'm going to do, signing in with Google. And now you see here that I've got a bunch of stuff here planned already for different Zoom sessions. But I'm going to just start a new meeting. So I'm going to host a meeting with the video on. So I'm turning the video on here. And then it says nothing prompts. So then I'm going to say open Zoom meetings. So I'm just starting a new meeting like you would be doing. And it says now that I'm using computer audio and the camera's on. And now it says click to invite participants. And by the way, now before I start, I just want to make sure that my audio, so I'm going to go over here to see where it says mute, and then there's a little arrow next to it. So I'm using my Logitech wireless headset for the microphone, and I'm using the Logitech wireless headset for the speakers as well. So then I am now going to invite, I'm going to invite Irmgard because she has agreed to be the guinea pig in this demonstration. And then I'm going to close that, and I'm going to open my mail here, and there's my mail right there. And then I'm going to send her the invitation. There she is. And I'm going to send her this, and it's going to say test. And then I'm going to put the invite in there like that and send it to her. And then she should be able to get it now. She's in a laptop in the other room. So I sent it to you, Irmgard. So she should be joining very shortly. And in the meantime, I can go here. Now, this is an important thing that you've got to use, this thing called share screen. So when you hit share screen, you get whatever number of screens you're using. Actually, I don't even have that screen on anymore. I don't know why it thinks that I do. But this is, in fact, the screen that I'm using, screen 1. And so that's the screen that it's going to show. That's the screen that I'm sharing, that one right there. And as soon as Irmgard logs in, which she should be doing very shortly. But in the meantime, let's say that I wanted to show you something, then I might, let's say, what would I show you? Let's take a look at the news. So if you're looking at the news, I'm going to go over here to news, and why that's not up, I don't know. Let's go over here to
Hi guys.
hi. So oh, there she is. Okay, so she's logged in. I'm going to go in here to search, and then news today, news, and let's go into Google News. Google News is right there. And okay, so now we're going to go over the news. Now notice that over, the other thing I can do is, if you can, I hope that you can see this as well. No, because what I can do here now with your screen, let's see, I go stop share. Okay, now I stop sharing, and I stop sharing my screen in order to change screen. So now let's say instead I want to change screen to show another document. So this is some exam that I've got set up for some students later. So let's say I wanted to go over with them this particular screen here, and now they see it and I've explained it. And so I go, okay, guys, you understand this just fine. So then I need to then minimize this and go back into share. I'm going to close that, in fact, and then go back over here into share screen. See that at the bottom? So now when that comes up, I can now share another screen. I'm going to share the screen that I'm in again and close that like that. So now this screen should be showing again. Now notice whenever you change screens and want to go to something else, you have to go stop share and then go to another screen. Like I might want to go and share something like this. This is a sketch pad that I use, and you know, and you can write things on the sketch pad. I use this all the time using a mouse, but I also have a pen, a stylus to do this, because sometimes I have to like you know, write formulas and explain things using Zoom. So you've got to do that. And does anybody have any questions, class? Do you have any questions about what I'm doing here?
What kind of things are you writing on your pad? What do you mean?
This is.
Can you show us?
Oh, this is important work that I'm doing here.
Yeah, I know. I want to
yeah.
see it. Can you demonstrate it to us, please?
Oh, sure. I'll demonstrate this right away. So yeah, this is. I'm gonna, and again, I'm using a mouse and not a pen. I don't want to connect the pen, so I'm just gonna. And just drawing with the mouse doesn't work very well. Yeah, so let's say that I was doing a study. I was explaining to some students something called a factorial design, and let's say that we're looking at a study that looks at enough sleep here. Let's say enough sleep. Oh shit, I can't do this. Enough sleep and no sleep, and then
define
here,
enough sleep.
well,
no sleep.
It's just the study, you know, and so
yeah. So what is enough sleep? How many hours per night?
It's irrelevant. It's just a study that
is it
done.
6 to 8 hours per night?
Well, yeah. Well, one study got let's see, the sleep deprivation I think was 4 hours and enough sleep was 8 hours. And so what they did in the study was they had people randomly assigned to two groups, sleep and no sleep, and then there was also and up here is caffeine. So in the caffeine side, then what you had is, oh geez, that's really ridiculous.
What do you mean by caffeine? Coffee or coffee, just espresso?
Yeah, coffee. So what
how about a cappuccino?
Irmgard, really, I've got to do this. Quit asking ridiculous questions, okay? So here there's light, medium, and high dose of caffeine. It's measured, could have just been in a pill. And then what they did is then look at errors made relative to people. It was like a driving simulator, and they were looking at the sleep versus no sleep, low, medium, and high caffeine. And what this did actually is look at the interaction effect between sleep, no sleep, and levels of caffeine. So like right here, people that were sleep deprived, they seemed to do better with high caffeine and no sleep, and people who had sleep, the interaction effect seemed to be right here. Instead, with this, I can't put the mouse in the right place, but this was right in here like that. Okay. Anyway, but that's just all I did was I pulled this out just to show you that you can bring up all kinds of things here on this screen. I'm going to delete that, and then I'm going to get out of this paint brush. I'm going to now go to share screen again, and then go back to the news. Let's go look at the news here, and then go share again. So now you see I'm sharing this screen. So whenever I want to share, I go up here to stop share, and if I want to share again, then I go share screen down at the bottom, and then back to the news right there, and then go and then right here go share screen again. So now or you could just do this. You could go new share, and then something else like this right here, and then go share. Now there's the new share, and that's showing over here. This shows actually the video timer, the timer that I'm making, and the second screen over here, but we don't want that. So we're going to go into new share, and then show you the news again. So then we're going to go that, and then to share, and here we see, hey, Irmgard?
I'm still here.
Yeah, do you see the news here?
Of course I see the news.
Oh, okay.
I see about the $2 trillion, yes.
Senate bill containing $2 trillion coronavirus relief stimulus package. Uber, Lyft drivers, gig workers get unemployment in Senate bill. Cuomo said Senate's $2 trillion coronavirus bill would be terrible for New York. Stimulus deal may leave big openings for abuse. California coronaviruses are doubling every 3 to 4 days. Certainly, Bernie Sanders threatens to hold up coronavirus bill after 4 GOP senators push to cut unemployment aids. Those fucking assholes. My God. Jesus
no
Christ.
profanity. No profanity, please. No,
Jesus Christ.
Not from my ears.
So let's see, man under investigation, plotting an attack. So this is all basically status quo, garden variety things that you see on the news channel. And so that's it. That's how you do it. Now, let's say that I want to stop share. So I stop share. Now I'm going back to this screen, and I can, I can do any number of things. But remember, the other thing that you've got to look for here is, I'm going to go back into share screen, and I'm going to go back into, let's see, what could I show you here? Site 4.
Show us a cartoon.
The other thing that I had here is this is from a course I just taught. That's not relevant. What I want to show you here on here is you've got up here, you see manage participants. Okay, so now I click that. Now let's say, there right there, that's the Irmgard though, that's the test student. Let's say I don't want to hear her anymore, then I can just press mute, and now she's gone. It's like the delete button for somebody, and I could unmute her. There she is, and she's there back again. But you can you can see up here, there's 2 participants. Here's the video button. There's the camera that I'm using, and again, audio is right there. And you've got some other things here as well. You've got over here, you can chat. There's breakout rooms, and what that allows is for 2 or more people to go in and have like a separate Zoom session while the big Zoom session's still going on. You can record the Zoom session on your computer, so it ends up being an MPG file or an MP4 file. You can record it to the cloud. And so on. So there's a lot of stuff you can do here. Let's see. And then let's see now that I want to end the meeting. So I hope that this at least gave you a good introduction to how this thing works. Irmgard, did you have anything to add, my love?
I really like your introduction and your small demonstration. Wonderful. Bravo.
Okay. Good deal. So, by the way, talk, Irmgard. Just start talking.
Okay. Do you think $2 trillion are enough?
No, I think it should be more. But $1 trillion.
How many?
$1 trillion is a lot of money. $1 trillion is 1,000 billion dollars. So that's 2,000 billion dollars is how much that is.
I'm talking about any kind of business. You think 2 trillion are enough?
Not for me. No, no, it's not enough.
I agree.
I could do some big things with that. So do you notice? And the reason I actually wanted to talk back and forth, Manjet, is to also show you that when somebody else talks, the screen automatically switches to them. Talk again now, please, my dear.
Okay. Did you hear what happened in Ventura County? Yes.
No, I
Still
didn't hear.
related to the coronavirus?
I didn't hear that.
The first person who died.
Really? We finally had a death here?
Yes, one so far.
was it an elderly person? Somebody over in what's that place called? Leisure Village?
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, my man. So I hope this is
Okay.
enough. So I'm sending this to you as an MP4 file over email, and I hope you'll be able to read it. It's an MP4, so it's a common video type file, and everything should be cool. So talk to you later, and good luck with your session in the park, and then your Zoom session later. Talk to you later, man. Bye.
Bye.